Let's go execute everything. Or everyone.
Use the snowstorm to mask your approach.
Huh?
Having second thoughts?
Hardly. But I'll have to approach this carefully.
Go on then. I'll keep watch from here.
Huh? Red zones on the map are militarized. Guards will notice you. Battle of Fort Necessity. Date July 4th to 3rd to 4th. 1754. This was one of the opening battles of the French and Indian War, and it's important that opening battles are quite exciting, otherwise everyone just sort of loses interest. In 1754, George Washington was sent to the head of the Ohio River Valley with a group of Virginia militia. The land there was contested territory between the British colonists and the French. Washington's mission was to retake Fort Duquesne and drive French forces out of the area. Washington and his troops attacked a French patrol at Jumonville Glen, in what would be the first acts of violence in the war. Washington expected a return attack and so had his troops build up palisade walls surrounding their supplies, a fort of necessity, hence the name. But they might as well have called it the Fort of Inadequacy, because supplies ran low and the militia and their British regular reinforcements were quickly overwhelmed. On July 4th, Washington surrendered and was allowed to retreat, and someone else was put in charge of naming forts. It was Washington's only military surrender, though he had plenty of strategic retreats. Bearspin was alive and well even then.
I can hide in that cart.
No, wait. No. No. Do not kill any guards using a weapon.
What's in the wagon? I need a full
Well, how?
inventory.
As you wish. Let's see. 2 barrels of salt, 12 pounds pork, 10 pounds beef, 7 dozen eggs, 16 wheels of cheese. None of it French, don't worry. 5 bottles of whiskey, a couple dozen new uniforms, boots, a leather for patching, blankets, a cart feed for the horses. What else? That's it. That's all there is.
Nice. So don't kill any guards with a weapon. What does that mean? Like, can I use my fists?
Those cannons are like to cause trouble.
Notoriety level 2.
Perhaps I could sabotage them.
Enemies will investigate instantly. John Fraser, also spelled Fraser or Frazier, was a Scottish-born trader living in the area of Fort Duquesne during the French and Indian War, and a participant in the Braddock expedition. Fraser left Scotland sometime after 1745, possibly because of political troubles. The Frasers had supported the Stuarts, who were on the losing end of a rebellion. He set up trade on the upper Allegheny River, but was quickly run out of his cabin by the French. He moved further down the river near modern-day Pittsburgh, built a new cabin, and continued to trade. Fraser was one of the settlers building a fort on the site of Fort Duquesne. How do you fucking Duquesne? Duquesne. Near his own land when the French took over again. Fraser supplied Washington's attempt to reclaim the fort in 1754, which was followed by the defeat at Fort Necessity, and served as the chief scout during the Braddock expedition. After Braddock failed, Fraser gave up on the area, depriving the French of a third opportunity to chase him off his land, so I suppose that's a small victory. He moved to the Tuscarora Valley before finally settling at Fort Bedford. Wait a minute, there's something new as well. Boston, yeah, I've actually looked at this. But I guess I loaded or died. Or something. I don't know. Eavesdrop on the officers. Do not kill any guards using weapons. Sabotage a cannon. What's that double X over there? And where are the cannons? This doesn't really help that much because I can't see the cannons or anything. Oh, I think they're on over there. Yeah. I need to eavesdrop on these guys, but I think I need to do the cannon thing first. I feel like this eagle vision in this game is kinda a lot worse. I wonder if I can just climb up there. Knock out. Time to go to sleep. Give me your items. Those are the guards I need to listen to, but...
General Braddock refused the offer. There will be no truce. Why, George? What reason did he give? He said a diplomatic solution was no solution at all. That allowing the French to retreat would only delay an inevitable conflict, one in which they'd now have the upper hand.
There's merit to those words, as much as I hate to admit it. Still, can't he see this is unwise?
It doesn't sit well with me either. We're far from home with our forces divided. Worse, I fear Braddock's bloodlust makes him careless. It puts the men at risk. I'd rather not be delivering grim news to mothers and widows because the Bulldog wanted to prove a point.
Where is the general now?
Rallying the troops.
And then it's on to Fort Duquesne, I assume?
Eventually. The march north will surely take time. There's a copy of the plans in the command tent should you wish to review them.
At least this will be ended soon.
I tried, John.
I know, my friend. I know.
That map will surely be of use. I need to find it.
Still the tactical map is right next to me. Okay. Well, this is a good way. Are those guys going to move or will they just stay there? It's like impossible to see these guys. Yo! Fairly certain those guys will see me if I do that. Or maybe they won't. Time to sabotage. So in this game, you don't kill them without weapons. The thing is, you didn't. In the previous ones, even if you didn't have a weapon, you'd kill them still. Which is kind of like, what? Still. Give me the map. Escape that zone and become anonymous. Anonymous. Can I just jump? No. There's 2 guards there, so I can't really escape from there. Haha! And do that. Hmm. Hmm. Can I actually make a crazy jump to somewhere without dying? I mean, I think I can actually... Oh shit. I think I can escape from this side. Yeah. Well. I guess that works out, but now how do I get back? I'm pretty sure I can climb this. Huh. Something tells me I wasn't supposed to do. You know, can I just cheat and reload the checkpoint and it will teleport me near her? Because I'm fairly certain I can't go back. Oh, I can. Or can I? I'm actually not sure. What the fuck? I mean, you can climb those leaves, but this is as high as you can go. I don't know where the fuck I am. Help. Can I go there? It's impossible to know where you can climb and where you can't climb. Luke, man, I need to get back. Well, I got to the cannon again. Oh, this is the other side of the cannon. Go to sleep. Let's go. So I basically could have just escaped back from there, the other side. Now time to avoid confrontation and let's go back to the woman. Caniehtío. Caniehtío. Or Kanye. Kanye East, as we like to call her.
What news?
Braddock has left to rally his troops. They're marching on Fort Duquesne. It'll be a
Duquesne.
while yet till they're
Duquesne.
ready, which gives us time to form a plan.
No need. We will ambush him here near the river. Go and gather your allies. I will do the same. I will send word when it is time to strike.
Duquesne. Okay, now I know how to pronounce that. You are now incognito. You are now incoc. Mission complete. Full synchronization. These seem to be a little bit harder than Revelations. What the hell? I need to run back to that area now. Is there like no safe, fast travel? Nah. Fuck. Why don't I have a horse? This is bullshit, man. Not just bullshit, it's actually horse shit. I need a fucking horse. Hey guys, do you have a horse I can borrow? Any horse? Horse? No. Okay then. You don't talk much. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh. Run! Swim! Oh. Troy's wood. What's happening in here? What are you doing to that poor man? What the fuck is going on in here? That guy is like passed out or dead, and they're just like arguing over what items do they want to steal from him. Which one gets which one. I guess. Jesus Christ. That's morbid. The hunting region Troy's wood. Can I follow the road actually to get to that place? Because I don't want to go through the... yeah. I don't want to waddle in that river. Now we're back in Concord. I don't think I'm gathering my allies in this part. Everything is so fucking bleak and like empty. Honestly. There's birds. The cat was hunting the birds. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? A wagon. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Excuse me. Are we there yet? Is there like a... is this a actual like a place where you can... no. It's not. The Wright Brothers Tavern. Right is wrong. 5 months later. Wait a minute, what the fuck? Like it took 5 months for them to organize.
Cold, cold ground.
Here, here.
No sex. I'm not in the
Hard
mood.
at work, I see.
How did you...
It is time. We've set up camp to the north. Meet me there.
What?
Gentlemen. Let us away.
Let us go away. Okay. Let us go away. Why didn't the redcoats actually aggro them or anything? Rejoin Canjettio.
Now it's too goddamn hot.
Braddock Expedition, July 9th, 1755. This battle was part of the French and Indian War. In it, Edward Braddock's force of 1,500 British regulars and militia was decimated by a group of French-led troops half its size. This is not something we talk about much in Britain. Braddock had been sent to capture Fort Duquesne. Duquesne at the top of the Ohio River. His officers included a young George Washington, possibly because Washington knew the area, having surrendered at Fort Necessity the year before. Braddock's troops were about 10 miles from the Fort Duquesne when they were ambushed by a group of French and indigenous fighters. Braddock's advanced troops were overwhelmed and fell back into the main body of the army. His rear guard didn't hear the order to stop and kept advancing into the main body of the army. The result was chaos. Almost every one of his officers was killed with the exception of Washington. Braddock himself was fatally wounded. Washington had him carried from the field and he died 4 days later. An interesting historical note. Braddock gave his officer's sash to George Washington, asking him to preserve it. Washington did. It's still on display at Mount Vernon. The battle is also known as Braddock's defeat, but interestingly, no one knows why. I'm kidding, though if you need to tell me why, I don't think you're really cut out for this. Wait a minute. So did they lie about Braddock getting shot by his own officer?
And
First.
humid too. It's a right swamp, I tell you. To say nothing of the mosquitoes.
Warm weather and bugs are soon to be the least of our worries.
Oh, actually now I...
You mean the bulldog? Huh, please. We'll be in that one's beef soon enough and on to the next.
Where's your boy Lee gone off to? Returned to finish out his service under Braddock.
I imagine the bulldog's none too pleased after the stunt we pulled.
Pleased to spin a tale of my incompetence and beg forgiveness. He has a way with words, especially when it comes to flattery. I expect he'll be welcomed back with open arms.
Now I know what that icon with 2 crosses was on the left side. It's the notoriety.
Precisely.
Now I'm not notorious at all.
Unless you've underestimated our enemy.
If I have, Charles will sense it first and make his escape. He's more clever than you think.
When this is done, I'm taking a week in New York. It's high time I went and saw the sights.
Jump down!
Of empty whiskey bottles and women's breeches, no doubt.
Hi.
What other kinds of sights is worth seeing?
I am here. With my horse.
I see you've been busy.
All these men are from many different tribes, united in their desire to see Braddock sent away. The Abenaki, the Lenape, the Shawnee.
The whateverons.
Who do you stand for?
I stand for the...
Myself.
Oh, okay.
What would you have me do?
We will help the others to prepare. Follow.
I stand for the Pussinators. The strongest of them all.
They come.
As will I!
Just savoring the moment. No doubt, many wonder why it is we've pushed so far west. These are wild lands as yet untamed and unsettled. But it shall not always be so. In time, our holdings will no longer suffice. And that day is closer than you think. We must ensure our people have ample room to grow and further prosper. Which means we need more land. The French understand this and endeavor to prevent such growth. They skirt around our territory, erecting forts and forging alliances, awaiting the day.
Is that
they
supposed
might
to be
strangle us
George
with the
Washington?
noose they've built. This must not come to pass. We must sever the cord and send them back. This is why we ride. To offer them one last chance. The French will leave. Or they will die.
No, I think you will die.
Now's the time to strike.
Wait. To scatter the expedition is not enough. We must ensure that Braddock falls, else he's sure to try again. I'll disguise myself as one of his own and make my way to his side. Your ambush will provide the perfect cover for me to deliver the killing blow.
Sounds like suicide. Kill militia without triggering open conflict. The Abenaki nation originated in what's now northern New England and the southern Canadian Maritimes, although suggesting there only one nation may be a bit of a misnomer, since Abenaki can refer to numerous groups from the same approximate geographic area and language family. Algonquin, since you asked. Although the various Abenaki would join together during crisis events, like when they were under attack from other nations, for the most part they had no central authority. And that's probably partly what caused the encroachment of British colonists on their land. The British like to have formal governments they could negotiate treaties with. It's just so much more civilized and sometimes there are canapes. So from the colonists' perspective, no central government meant that the Abenaki had no claim on the land. Of course, they could have found out otherwise, but that would have taken work and been complicated, and perhaps most importantly, the Abenaki might have said no. While the Abenaki tried to remain neutral during the French and Indian War, they were quite literally caught between the warring British and French colonies, so some conflict was inevitable. For the most part, they sided with the French, who were less responsible for driving them out of their homeland. The lesser of two evils, I suppose you could say, though that's a sentence I never thought I'd say about the French. Kill militia without triggering an open conflict. Clear the scout camp. But there's only one... Goddamn, there was also Lenape. There's only one thing. At the time of the French and Indian War, the people of the Shawnee Nation were mostly living in and around the Ohio Valley, the territories surrounding Fort Duquesne. Traditionally, their hunting grounds had extended into Pennsylvania and Virginia, but they were being slowly moved from their lands by the advancing line of British colonization. Hoping to stop, or at least slow settlement, some of the Shawnee entered the war, siding with their traditional trading partners, that is, the French. By 1758, some Shawnee negotiated peace with the British in the Treaty of Easton. However, the treaty wasn't respected, and if you know anything about colonial history, you're probably sadly unsurprised by that, leading to another war, Pontiac's Rebellion in 1763. By the time the American Revolution started, many of the Shawnee opted to remain neutral, although some sided with the British, again hoping for help pushing back colonists. Unfortunately, the result was the same as many other indigenous people. The Shawnee were forced to leave their lands, with the majority eventually settling in Oklahoma. Good lord, settling in Oklahoma, as if their story couldn't get any worse. Actually, there was something new there, like the other one. Lenape. Also called the Lenni Lenape, or the Delaware. Before European colonization, the Lenape lived mostly along the banks of the Delaware River in what's modern-day New Jersey and Pennsylvania. The Lenape were one of the first nations to come into contact with Europeans, most significantly with William Penn, who founded Pennsylvania, which was a stroke of luck given his name. No shit, because he actually named it. While the Lenape relationship with Penn was mostly peaceful, when Penn died, his sons forced most of the Lenape off their land in a deal known as the Walking Purchase. During the French and Indian War, the Lenape sided primarily with the French, though some individual groups would later leave to join the British. In 1778, they were the first to sign a land treaty with the Continental Congress, agreeing to provide scouts to the army in exchange for supplies. I imagine they simply liked fine cheeses and onions. The newly formed United States showed its gratitude by eventually moving the Lenape into isolated communities in Ohio and southern Canada. How wonderfully thoughtful. Kill militia without triggering open conflict. Clear the scout camp. And targets killed 1. Oh no.
Kill them!
What the fuck? I don't understand. What the fuck was that? Hoo! Punch him in the back of the head. I'm pretty sure I did the open conflict. I failed it already. Kill militia without triggering. Oh, like Wait a minute. Hold on, hold on. I think that was actually the checkpoint, so it doesn't matter. Yeah. Right to Braddock's position. I think I was just supposed to kill 2 guys without getting alerted. I think. Who cares? Whatever.
How could anyone call this
I'm
forest
telling you,
home?
we've packed
It's
the
all
cart
mud
too
and
high.
bugs and
The
nonsense.
ground is uneven, it's
With
dangerous.
the French push back, there'll be a lot of opportunities for us up north.
Hello, gang. I'm here to assassinate your captain. You don't mind, right?
Have served, you mean? Sir, you are grateful to have served.
General!
Oh no, he just killed his random dude.
Edward.
What
Not
the
so
fuck?
fun on the other end of the barrel, is it?
Look out!
It's the French!
Sir.
I'm here to save you. There's not
Where are you off to, Edward?
that many things to ward off. Okay, so actually this kind of, if you kill, destroy powder cards. Some... Ah! I think I desynchronized. So this kind of makes sense that they said that his own guy actually killed the... How the fuck? They just got destroyed by on their own. Are there more? Boom! Okay, exciting. Let's go. Because basically one of his own actually kills shoots him in the chest. Haha!
I never took you for a coward, Edward.
Come on, then!
No! No George
Such
Washington.
arrogance. I always knew it would be the end of you. Is the end of you.
I guess it wasn't George Washington.
Hurry before he gets away! I said go!
Well, or maybe he was. I don't know. Actually, he was George Washington, yeah. What the fuck? Why does George Washington look like fucking George Bush Jr.? Here's a name even you should recognize. George Washington, who will go on to be the leader of the army during the American Revolution and the first president of the United States. I was going to say you probably know everything I'm going to tell you, but that would be a lie. What you know is that George Washington has a lot of things named after him, and anything else you learned in school you forgot because you thought that you'd never use it in a real life. Well, I didn't learn anything about George Washington in school, because they don't really teach that much. Well, actually I did learn something about George Washington in the school, because they did cover the American Revolution, at least a little bit. Just like every bigger event in the humankind history. You thought you'd never use it in real life. You should call your history teacher and tell her she was right all along. George Washington was the son of a planter from Virginia. He was raised with little education but was ambitious, teaching himself mostly from books. Washington started in business early, speculating on land starting at the age of 18. When he was 20, his older brother died, leaving him the heir of the family plantation at Mount Vernon, where he lived until he is dead and where you can still visit his grave today. Washington got his military start during the French and Indian War, leading an expedition to Fort Duquesne in 1754, a destination he never reached, having surrendered at Fort Necessity. The next year, Washington headed for Fort Duquesne again, this time as a guide for Edward Braddock during the ill-fated Braddock expedition. Washington went as a volunteer, hoping that working for Braddock would get him a track to military promotion. Though the battle was a rout, Washington earned credit for organizing the retreat, and later that year he was made a colonel in charge of the Virginia militia. Washington completely revamped the militia with hopes that under his organization and training they would be accepted into the British military. They never were. Washington resigned his post in 1758. I won't say the snub led to his contempt for the British, but snubs rarely help. By the late 1760s, Washington had become active in political life, taking on a role in the Virginia House of Burgesses. He went on to be a member of the Continental Congress, and when war broke out in 1775, he was Congress's choice to lead the army. At the time, Washington said, "I do not think myself equal to the command I am honored with," which I'm sure inspired complete confidence in everyone who heard it. Imagine if you were on an airplane and the captain opened with that. It's possible Washington was being falsely modest, but the fact is this: he wasn't a military genius and he knew it, though I'm sure it hurts your American pride to hear me say he wasn't perfect. Washington had several narrow misses where the army could have easily been obliterated, at Manhattan and again at Brandywine, among others. Washington won an early victory. He broke the siege of Boston, but he then made the disastrous move of fortifying New York, a city he couldn't defend without navy he didn't have. Even you can work that one out. He spent the latter half of 1776 retreating across New York and New Jersey, losing battle after battle until Christmas, when he pulled off a successful surprise attack the Hessian troops. There's like so many typos in this randomly. Like it's kind of like, what? Why are there so many? That's like the fifth or something typo that's been in here. When he pulled off a successful surprise attack the Hessian troops at Trenton. And while that battle makes for some famous paintings that it did rally the flagging confidence of the public, it was a minor victory in the war. Yes. Do you know what you deserve?
You're a hypocrite, Haytham! I'm sorry, Edward!
You forced my hand.
You forced my hand!
That running in the water animation.
Oh, damn it!
I will tackle you! That wasn't the tackle. I will tackle you! Why can't I fucking tackle the guy? Oh, he dodges. Okay. Mano a mano, fist to fist. I don't think I killed him. I just slapped him around it.
Why, Haytham?
Your death opens a door. It's nothing personal. Well, maybe it is a little personal. Been a pain in my ass, after all.
But we are brothers in arms.
Once, perhaps. No longer.
Do you think I've forgotten what you did? All those innocents slaughtered, and for what? It does not engender peace to cut your way to resolution.
Wrong. Whether we applied the sword more liberally and more often, the world would be a better place than it is today.
Isn't that like a...
I concur.
Isn't that like a... Templar ideology, basically?
Farewell, Edward.
Here, I'll take your ring. I can sell it off.
It's done.
Will you marry me? I have this ring. Here's
I've
your
upheld
cock ring
my
back.
part of the bargain.
What the fuck?
I expect that you will honor yours.
I can't get sex? No, use that cock
Only-
ring. Alright, now we're getting to the action. What a romantic place to have sex, obviously. Wait, we are not here to have sex? God damn. I'm here to look at this glowing cock ring. Well. Wait, isn't this the...
No. No.
Isn't this the place where you went with Desmond and...
You seem disappointed.
I thought that I held a key that would open something here.
This room is all there is.
I expected more.
And you got less.
What do they mean?
Those are the magic's
It tells the
numbers.
story of Yoinking,
Who?
who came into their world and shaped it for what life might come. She had a hard journey, fraught with great loss and peril. But she believed in her children and what they might achieve. And though she is long gone from the physical world, her eyes still watch over us. Her ears still hear our words. Her hands still guide us. And her love still gives us strength.
I love you. Oh, what the fuck?
You have shown me great kindness, dear. Thank you.
Am I getting that box? I need the box. It's been so long, man. Yes. Yes! I'm getting the box! They censored that! God damn it. No box scenes. Wait, Animus database Edward Braddock updated. Where's the update part? Is it here? It was George Washington who carried Braddock from the field on his chassis. While Braddock was then entrusted to Washington, the carrying bit may sound a bit odd, but that chassis is bigger than it looks. More than 3 meters long and doubled as a field hammock. It says something about the officers that they'd wear a piece of clothing designed to carry their body off the battlefield, which would also single them out for getting shot at. The ways of war are mysterious. Braddock died of his injuries a few days later. Washington kept the chassis. Here's something interesting. Because of concerns that enemy soldiers would desecrate Braddock's body, he was buried under the road, so the wagons would run over the earth and hide the graveside. In 1804, road workers discovered the remains and they were moved to another site, which is now marked by a marble monument. Yeah, it's here. Braddock took a bullet to the chest during a battle in 1755. Rumor has it from one of his own soldiers. I didn't even do that. So it was just a rumor. A few days later. Was there something new here as well? Wait a minute. I read that already. Why is it showing us... I don't know. So, anything else in here? I don't know, this feels just so empty. Like, honestly. Let me go and get these couple of places. I mean, most likely we're going to go here at some point too, but might as well go and get the viewpoints. But the enemies are... There's a lot of them in these groups. Previously, you only had 4 at max. In this one, there's like 10,000. Oh, shit. I thought I was already there. This was the place where I was. Old North Meeting House. Oh, don't confuse this place with the Old North Church. It's actually a completely different building, which is why it has a different name. This particular meeting house was for the second oldest congregation in Boston, which earned the alternate name the Second Church. What an age of endless imagination this was. Get a good look while you can. This wooden building will be torn down in 1776 and used as firewood. The church members would tell you it was because the British didn't like them much, and perhaps they have a point, because they still don't. The Reverend Mr. Lathrop was known for his pro-rebel sermons, and tellingly he and most of his congregation were in Boston in 1776. I wonder why. After the Old North Meeting House was torn down, Christ Church inherited the prestigious Old North title, becoming the Old North Church that most people know. Lots of churches. Everybody wants a church. Everybody likes a good old church. No, actually, they don't. Time to synchronize. Actually, there's a fleet. I haven't seen any actual other collectibles, which is kinda strange also. Did that guy just vanished? Okay then. Sure. The vanishing act. Out of the way, stupid kids. I hate children. They limit my freedom. Let me guess, this is another church. Why yes, it is. Like, basically everything is a church. The fucking city of churches. I think that's kind of a... not the way you balance on that, but... So is this anything special or not? I guess not. Like there literally isn't really anything. What about this thing? Oh, you can slide underneath it. Then the camera angle just stays there. The map doesn't even show you the... Or maybe I haven't actually found the sheets. What the fuck? Why was that guy moonwalking? What the fuck was that? The guy was fucking turbo moonwalking like crazy. What the fuck? What the hell was that? What the fuck was that? Oh shit, the guy was like turbo moonwalking. That guy is too, but he's not like turbo moonwalking. Like what the fuck? Sure. What the hell? Okay. I guess I got stuck in a invisible thing. Isn't it gorgeous? Look at this landscape. Mill Pond. This is the site of the Boston's first and for a good while only flour mill. The mill owners closed this pond off from the Charles River, leaving only a small stream that led to the ocean. Twice a day, the tides in Boston Harbor would fill the stream, powering the mill. Of course, closing the pond off also made it stagnant. Since water was used as a dumping ground for sewage, garbage and dead animals, it was quite dirty and frankly stank. Around the turn of the century, the city decided that something needed to be done. Rather than reopen the causeway and clean out the pond, developers decided they could make room for houses, and also more money, by filling it in with land taken from the top of Beacon Hill. So that's exactly what they did, building homes on sewage since the turn of the century. What a wonderful slogan that would have made. The Mill Pond. The MILF Pond. Out of the way. There was more there. I don't think you can even see the... Yeah, you can't see the landmarks in the map. Like it doesn't show them. Well, I guess we're heading to the next mission. Does it even say anything? No, it doesn't. Not until you get there, I guess.